Hey guys, Riot has made some major changes to ranked since the start of the preseason, and with the 2023 season launching this week, we're going to go over the major changes that you need to know before playing ranked this season. We're going to look at split changes, honor rewards, ranked rewards, and finally changes to promotional series and how it affects your MMR and the difficulty of climbing in ranked. But right before that, guys, if you want to deck out your champions with some sweet skins and more loot, then you have to check out the sponsor of this video, Hextech Store. They sell loot for up to 50% off. They deliver it really fast and they're super safe and reputable. I talked to one of the owners and they want this process to be as smooth as possible. And so instead of sending money straight to our Riot overlords, you can help a small business and get heavily discounted loot at the same time. It's a win-win. Hextech's goal is to make the process as smooth and as fast as possible. You go to their website and then you can use the link in the description to get there, select the loot items you want, click the checkout button, and you can increase the quantity to whatever amount you desire. Then all you need to enter is your email address, your region, your IGN, so they can send the loot to you, and then use my code Snowta to get even more off. After you do that, they're going to send you a tracking link that looks exactly like this page. Then you're going to get some friend requests from their bots. You friend them, and then 24 hours later, due to some Riot rules, they're going to send you your loot. It's a small price to pay for heavily discounted loot, so please, when you consider buying loot, use my link to Hextech to get some cheap loot and support a small business. Also, for this video, there's a lot of different sources I use to gather this information. If I went over every single change they've made in the last 2 months, it would be a 2-hour video. So I'm just going to go over the high-level ranked stuff, but if you want more information, then go check it out with those links. The first major change was the Rune Recommender. This is what Riot said about this change. We want it to be easy to get the fun of League without having to do a ton of research beforehand. So just like we added item recommendations to the shop, we're also adding a Rune Recommender in Champ Select. You can access it by hovering or locking in a champion and clicking the new icon next to the Edit Rune button. We have a few more planned additions for this feature, and we'll be keeping an eye on your feedback to improve it over the next few patches. I personally think this is a huge change for ranked. Many players had to prep multiple rune pages before jumping into a match, and if they picked a different champion than they expected, they'd have to hurry and go look up the new champion's runes. This was a bit of a headache, so I really like this change of having a Rune Recommender in Champ Select. It obviously won't be completely optimal, but it does give you a starting place, and if you forget to set your runes and there's 3 seconds left in Champ Select, you can quickly set your runes instead of loading into a game with Conquer on Nami. The second change was pick order swapping. This was their comment about adding this feature. Draft strategy is an important part of the game and queues that support drafting, so we want to make it easy for your team to optimize its draft for success. Currently, there are a lot of opportunities for things to go wrong for players trying to swap their pick order. You have to communicate in chat with the person you want to swap with, have the champion that the other player wants, and then successfully trade champions before the game starts, all while preparing your rune and summoner loadouts. We'll be streamlining this process by letting you swap pick order with the press of a button. I personally love this change, and it helps both low elo and high elo players. For low elo players, picking and swapping champions was difficult because there are so many champions in the game, and when you're new, it takes a while to unlock them all. And in high elo, it elevates strategy that can happen in draft. Overall, great change. Number 3, Champ Select Anonymity. We've heard feedback that with the only difference between allies names and champion select being the numbers 1 through 5, it can be difficult to tell who's speaking, particularly when a lot of people are talking at the same time. So now you get code names. The names that they added are Gromp, Merkwolf, Raptor, Krug, and Scuttlecrab. I'm neutral on this change, but I've heard some people really like it and a couple others hate it, so let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Number 4 is Honors Reward. This is what they said about the updated Honors Reward for season 2023. End of season honor rewards, including the new honor level 5 Malzahar skin reward, will be granted according to your honor level at the end of the season. Now, this isn't a crazy change, but I assume that this means that if you get honor level 3, you get the skin, and then levels 4 and 5 get cooler chromas, but let me know how you interpret this change. Numbers 5 and 6 are the changes to their communication tools. The first one is pings. This preseason, they totally revamped pings. So instead of the classic 4 pings, Riot has added an extra 4 pings to total 8 on the ping wheel. They added push, all in, hold, and bait. This is a lot for me to get used to, but I think over time, people will learn to utilize this more and more to have more accurate communication in game. Plus, if you ping "this is warded" over a newly placed ward, it will add a ward timer, which will stay there until the ward timer runs out. I'm not a big fan of that, but I do understand why that could be a big help in lower elo. I personally think that this feature makes the game a little too easy, but let me know what you think. Number 6 is objective planning. This is probably my least favorite change of the preseason because my team never seems to use it, and it doesn't make much of a difference for our team's decision making. This is what Riot had to say. So far, we've seen that objective planning is allowing players to better align around whether or not to take an objective as a team. However, there are some situations in which the vote is showing up too frequently or at irrelevant moments. This is true, and I'm glad they realize this. When it comes to objective planning, we want to make sure that we're showing relevant information to players that can help them make better decisions at the right time. We want players to be able to communicate their intent clearly, whether it's being ready and prioritizing for objectives or actually using the tool for alignment. For now, we're making some changes to have the voting system better match players' intent, and we'll continue to improve the system as we learn more about how all of you are using it. Let me know if you like this addition or not. I just like typing give or using an on the the way ping to display my intent around dragon or another objective. So I think that this adds extra confusion, but let me know what you think. Number 7 are the ranked split changes. This is a huge change coming to ranked in 2023. Instead of there being one season every year that is followed by a soft reset, Riot is adding 2 ranked splits with 2 ranked resets. League of Legends will have 2 ranked resets in season 2023. Split 1 will start at the beginning of the year in January, which is January 10th, and split 2 will start in the middle of the year. Exact timing is still to be determined. My guess is that this happens in May or June, so that each split is around 5 months each. Number 8, we have our ranked rewards. Riot has made a lot of comments on these ranked rewards, so this is what they said. We're also upgrading the rewards you get from playing ranked to include things like Hextech keys, chests, and some other goodies you can unlock along the progression track each split. The way you earn these rewards has been simplified from previous ranked rewards. You'll earn split points for each game of ranked you play, a certain amount per win and a little less for a loss, but that's not all we have in store for rewards. 2 ranked splits also means 2 ranked skins. Okay, that's very cool. You'll earn these similarly to how you did before with a small change. Starting next season, ranked skins will be available to players of all ranks, not just gold and above. You'll still earn chromas based on your final rank at the end of the split, so keep climbing for the more colorful I cannot say this phrase, so keep climbing for the more colorful chromas. That is a tongue twister, colorful chromas. So it looks like they're trying to incentivize players of all ranks to play more ranked games, and I think that this is a good change. It smooths out all the rewards and helps give everyone an incentive to climb. Number 9 is the promotion series changes. This is probably the biggest change that they're making this season that will affect everyone trying to climb. They are reducing the promotional series games between each tier from 5 games down to 3. This is a really interesting change for a few reasons. Number 1, with the basic math, you can figure out that this makes climbing between tiers harder. 2 out of 3 is a 66% win rate, and 3 out of 5 is just a 60% win rate. So mathematically, you actually had a better chance of completing a promotional series when you were going between tiers instead of between divisions. This also has MMR implications, and if you remember when they got rid of interdivisional series, which were a best of 3, it lowered the amount of LP gained and lost in games because without those extra games and a promotional series, you still needed to gain the same amount of MMR, which is your hidden matchmaking rating, which is what actually matters when you're trying to climb. If this happens here as well, then expect to gain and lose less LP than you currently do. These changes are only really cosmetic and for ranked anxiety purposes. They don't actually change the average MMR of a gold or a diamond player. It just increases the amount of wins that you need in order to climb, and you'll spend less time in promotional series. Some players have ranked anxiety, so this change can definitely help with that, but let me know what you think about this massive ranked change again that they're changing between tiers. Is it good for the health of the ranked ladder? And if you don't like it, then what would you change? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, check out my course, The Ticket to Diamond Blueprint, to learn everything you need to know to climb to Diamond and beyond. You can learn everything that you need to know for free on YouTube and on the internet, but if you want it all curated and boiled down to exactly what you need to learn and improve at to climb to your dream rank, then click the link in the description to check it out. Use code 2023 for 30% off. This code is expiring at the end of February, so make sure you use it soon. You'll also get access to my educational VODs this upcoming ranked season and our private Discord. Don't hesitate to check it out below. Thanks for watching.